In the ancient lands, there lived a man named Ayub, a prophet of Allah. Blessed beyond measure, he was a descendant of Prophet Ibrahim, and Allah had bestowed upon him vast wealth, sprawling lands, countless livestock, and a large, loving family. He was not just rich, he was righteous. Ayub was known throughout his community for his generosity, his kindness to the poor and orphans, and his constant gratitude to Allah. His days were filled with worship and his nights with prayer. He was the epitome of a grateful servant, never forgetting that every blessing he had was a gift from the most merciful. But as is the way of this world, faith is often tested. Iblis, the eternal adversary, watched Ayub with burning envy. He saw Ayub as unwavering devotion and argued that Ayub was only grateful because of his wealth and comfort. Iblis claimed that if these blessings were removed, Ayub's faith would crumble. And so, with Allah's permission, the trials of Prophet Ayub began, not as a punishment, but as a test to elevate his status and make him an example for all of humanity. The first trial struck his wealth. One by one, his fortunes were stripped away. His vast herds of livestock perished in mysterious calamities. His fertile farmlands were ravaged by disasters, turning lush green fields into barren wasteland. His wealth, which he had always used for good, vanished before his eyes. But through it all, Ayub remained steadfast. He would raise his hands and say, "To Allah belongs what he has taken, and to him belongs what he has given. All things are from him." His faith did not waver. He simply increased his worship, his heart still full of gratitude. Iblis frustrated, so that the loss of wealth did not break Ayub. So the next trial befell his beloved children. In a tragic and sudden event, the building where his children had gathered collapsed, and they were all taken from this world. Imagine the immense grief, the heart-wrenching pain of a father losing all his children in one moment. The community watched, expecting him to break, to cry out in anger or despair. But Ayub, with tears streaming down his face, prostrated himself before Allah. He accepted the divine decree, acknowledging that Allah is the giver and the taker of life. His patience was a sight to behold, a profound act of submission that left Iblis bewildered and enraged. Seeing that even this monumental loss could not shake Ayub's faith, Iblis requested permission for the final, most severe trial, to afflict Ayub's body. And so, a debilitating illness took hold of Prophet Ayub. His strong, healthy body became weak and frail, covered in sores from head to toe. The pain was excruciating and relentless. He was so afflicted that people began to shun him. Friends who once flocked to his generous table now avoided him. The community that once revered him now cast him out, fearing his disease. They moved him to the outskirts of the city, leaving him isolated and alone. In this profound isolation, only one person remained by his side: his loyal and loving wife, Rama. She was a woman of incredible strength and faith. She cared for him tirelessly, day in and day out. She would clean his wounds, bring him food and water, and offer him words of comfort. When their savings ran out, she began to work for others, taking on menial jobs to earn a few morsels of food for her and her ailing husband. She endured insults and hardship, her own heart breaking at the sight of her husband's suffering, yet she never abandoned him. Her devotion was a testament to true companionship and shared faith. Years passed. Ayub's condition did not improve. One day, some people in the town, instigated by whispers from Iblis, started to say, "If Ayub were truly a righteous man, Allah would not punish him like this. He must have committed some terrible, hidden sin." These words spread, and they reached the ears of Rama. The social pressure and the sight of her husband's prolonged suffering began to weigh heavily on her. In a moment of sheer desperation and exhaustion, she turned to Ayub and said, "O Ayub, you are a prophet of Allah. Why don't you just ask Allah to remove this affliction from you? How long will we endure this suffering?" Ayub, in his weakened state, looked at his wife with gentle sadness. He asked her, "Rama, how many years were we in ease and prosperity?" She replied, "For 80 years. He then asked, "And how long have we been in this state of trial?" She answered, "For 7 years. Then Ayub said, "I feel ashamed to ask Allah to remove this hardship when the time of my suffering has not yet reached the time of my ease." This response showed the depth of his patience and his profound sense of humility before his creator. He was not complaining. He was enduring with beautiful patience. However, the whispers of Iblis continued to prey on Rama's mind. One day, desperate to find a way to provide for her husband, she was tempted to make a compromise she would later regret. Upon returning to Ayab, he sensed that something was amiss. When he learned what had happened, in a moment of human frustration and commitment to his principles, he made an oath that if he were ever to be cured, he would strike her 100 times. This was not born of cruelty, but from the pain of seeing his beloved wife, his pillar of support, falter even for a moment under the immense pressure. It was at this lowest point, after years of unwavering patience, that Prophet Ayab finally turned to Allah. But his prayer was not a complaint. It was a humble, beautiful supplication. He said, "Indeed, adversity has touched me, and you are the most merciful of the merciful." He did not demand a cure. He did not question Allah's wisdom. He simply stated his condition and affirmed Allah's infinite mercy. This was the pinnacle of adab, of proper etiquette with the Creator. It was a whisper of a servant to his Lord, full of trust and hope. And Allah, the most merciful, responded immediately. A voice called out to him, "Strike the ground with your foot. This is a spring for a cool bath and a drink." Ayab, weak as he was, obeyed. He struck the ground, and a spring of pure, cool water gushed forth. He drank from it, and his internal sickness was healed. He bathed in it, and the sores on his body vanished, his skin becoming more beautiful than it was before. His health and strength were restored in an instant. When his wife, Rama, returned, she did not recognize the handsome, healthy man standing where her sick husband used to lie. She asked him, "Have you seen the afflicted man who is here? May Allah have mercy on you." He smiled and said, "I am he." Overjoyed, she embraced him, tears of relief and gratitude flowing freely. Allah's blessings did not stop there. He commanded Ayab to fulfill his oath in a way that would not harm his devoted wife. He was told to take a bundle of 100 thin blades of grass and strike her with it once, a symbolic gesture that fulfilled his vow while honoring her years of loyalty and sacrifice. This is a beautiful lesson in divine justice and mercy. Then, Allah restored everything Ayab had lost, and more. He was blessed with another family, twice the number of children he had before. Allah rained down locusts of gold upon his fields, restoring his wealth manifold. Prophet Ayab, once again surrounded by blessings, remained as he always was, a humble, grateful servant of Allah. His story became a timeless lesson for all believers. It teaches us that trials are not a sign of Allah's anger, but a means of purification and elevation. It teaches us the power of sabr, of beautiful patience, and the certainty that after every hardship, Dari says, Ayab's unwavering faith reminds us to always have a good opinion of Allah, to trust in His wisdom and mercy. No matter how difficult our circumstances may seem, his legacy is a beacon of hope, proving that the reward for patience is boundless, both in this life and the next. Thank you for watching. If you found this story inspiring, please like, share, and subscribe for more content.